Don in London. Hello, November the 4th. My video is all about addiction and recovery. I'm an addict in recovery, alcoholic primarily. Other substances could have followed, and police sirens. But these days I don't drink one day at a time. And what helps me on a daily basis is to be in fellowship, the fellowship of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't speak for it, never can, never will. When we share a message of experience, strength and hope, we own our words. So I only speak for myself and not for anybody else. And if anybody else is sharing their experience, strength and hope or fellowship, it's their unique, authentic take. All about one day at a time, living sober. So although I don't speak for it, I'm very much a fan. Fellowship has saved my life, and I share about AA. I share the AA preamble here, just to give you a flavour of what it's all about, and then a daily reading all about recovery. And this month, November, for me is all about prayer meditation. As somebody who used to be an agnostic, an atheist, and a believer in something, to an understanding of what is spiritual today, and that's simply the ability to cope with now. But more of AA first, and this is the preamble from any meeting you will hear it at any meeting you go to, one hopes. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. Part of the reason why I do these videos, to share experience, strength and hope. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution. Does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. So it's only there for one thing. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And we all do that as best we can. And sometimes we do it well, and sometimes we don't do it so well. And I went to a meeting last night at a particular venue not far from where I live. And I don't know how many people were there, 50 or 60, and it was very hot and stuffy in a very small room. But there was coffee, and there were 50, 60 people with a day of sober, or thereabouts, making life work. And that's what meetings are about. What you see is what you get. So the attraction of AA is, on any given day, when you go to a meeting, what you see is what you get. You see people who are struggling, and life is hard, and you see people where life is still hard, but they're getting some joy out of it, because some results are happening. So, with prayer meditation in mind, as an agnostic, atheist or believer, you might ask yourself, how can prayer help? Well, this is the way it seems to help me. And I take the reading from this book, Daily Reflections from November 4th. It says here, daily discipline. And anybody who's drunk until they cannot stop has got fortitude. So it's not that difficult to change direction in our attitude and behaviour and put the same amount of fortitude into sobriety. But it's not easy, and we have to take our time. So this daily discipline, November 4th. When they, self-examination, meditation and prayer, are logically related and interwoven, the result is an unshakable foundation for life. And that's how to get on with life on a daily basis. And these cover the last 3 steps of AA, or the last 3 steps of the 12-step program. The last 3 steps of the program invoke God's loving discipline upon my willful nature, or simply as an agnostic or atheist, it could be simply good conscience, something which is not driven by self-will and self-obsession. If I don't devote a few moments every night to a review of the highlights of my day, along with the acknowledgment of those aspects that didn't please me so much, I gain a personal history of myself, in other words, a personal inventory. One that is essential to my journey in self-discovery, so the whole program of self-discovery. I was able to note my growth, or lack of it, and to ask in prayerful meditation to be relieved of those continuing shortcomings that cause me pain. And my shortcomings often are too much fear, too much fear, too much of a brave face, and too much ego that is trying to sort it out all on my own. And he goes on to say, meditation and prayer also teach me the art of focusing and listening. Listening being primarily to one's own good conscience, and also consulting other people. I find that the turmoil of the day gets turned out as I pray for his will and guidance, or good conscience. The practice of asking him to help me in my strivings for perfection puts a new slant on the tedium of any day, because I know there is honour in any job done well, no matter what it is. It's still a useful thing to be doing, whatever it is. The daily discipline of prayer and meditation will keep me in fit spiritual condition, or as I see it, fit spiritual condition is being able to see reality as it is and to be able to cope with it with the help of others. Able to face whatever the day brings without the thought of a drink. And that's what sobriety is all about, without the thought of a drink. So although I may go on about it a lot here, it is without a drink always that keeps us on a sober path, and that path remains spiritual, being able to see reality as it is. So when I share the serenity prayer at the end of this video, or all my videos, it is to, as you believe or come to understand, a higher power in your life, and for me it's truth, love and wisdom. That'll do for me as a definition of God that I can understand, truth, love and wisdom. Not my truth, but the absolute truth. How to love and be loved, and useful, and apply wisdom as I learn it, with humility every day. So the serenity prayer helps me do that, and it goes like this. To God, O good conscience, as you understand. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's the can do, cannot do. What is the wisdom to know the difference? Always, for me, just for today.